The curious case of VAR, always inconsistent reds, Percy and Penaldo, Barkley turns Zidane, and Madrid tears at the Mestalla. My name is Shay, and this is Naija Football Talk. Hello listeners, and welcome back to another episode of Naija Football Talk. We've been away for a while, for 3 weeks, and we're back again, and that is great news. With me in the studio are Kolade. Why are you looking like that, bros?
Oh, yeah.
And
Nice.
Bolu.
Nice to be here.
It's been a very fun-filled weekend for some, and there have been some very immense talking points. But the first one I have to start with is the one that has actually been bugging us for some time, and I'm sure it will be bugging you fans out there as well, and that is VAR. It looks more like PAR like this, because it's only penalty assistant referee with a Kolade.
Yeah, I've been critical about VAR this season because it's been one hell of a show. Yeah, we've seen more than 30 penalties this season, and based on the projection, by December there will be more penalties this first half of the season than the whole of last season combined. Leicester City already have 9 penalties, and before they had 9 penalties last season, it took them up to March. So that alone tells you a lot. And the new handball rules, they
don't help
adding to
matters.
the whole
Yeah.
mess up.
Some of the decisions that have been made, especially the ones that were made, over the past weekend, have been very baffling.
Yeah.
The one at the Mestalla, I think the first penalty,
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
the Joe Gomez handball.
Of course.
I mean,
Yeah,
what more would they do for you? What would they do like this for inside this thing? I don't
Just
understand.
defend
Bolu.
without your hands, basically. Now, it's the VAR thing has become such a menace that you go into every game thinking that you might not be lucky. You might lose the game to the decision of a machine,
referee,
which
yeah.
is not what it should be. Football is a game. Football is a game that we should enjoy, and not just think that we can get it out of our hands because of some reason.
So what is the verdict now?
Basically,
End VAR
yeah.
or revisit VAR?
Yeah, that's a good question for me. I personally have no problem with VAR, yeah, but I have a problem with the utilization and how it has been so far. I mean, VAR has made some good calls so far, like some decisions that have been called rightly, but I think it has to do with the consistency from those handling it. I mean,
That's
you
true.
look at Joe Gomez on Sunday. As much as I like to see Liverpool, cry some tears.
Love to see it.
But that was never a pen. Where was he going
That's
to?
true.
Where was he going to put his hand?
Now, where I talk, where would they do penguin for inside?
So it's not Mr. Stretchy that is going to bend his hand somewhere.
Yeah.
So I just feel it's more about the people in charge. I think the English referees, they have to go back to the drawing board. They learn work. They need to go back.
So switching gears, in all of Europe's top 5 leagues, the Premier League is the only league that still uses 3 substitutes. I mean, it should be this has been a crazy year, and the reason 5 substitutes were implemented across Europe was because of fatigue and everything.
Yeah.
Why, Kolade? Why? What is going on with England? Why would they do like this?
The English Premier League have this mindset of trying to set themselves a standard above from other leagues. In a season where there was really no preseason, and where the likes of Chelsea, Manchester United, and Manchester City had an extended run into the Champions League, there is no reason why there should be no 5 subs now. I think Jurgen Klopp, Mikel Arteta, Frank Lampard are some of the managers that have complained about it.
And the stats actually show, Bolu, that the more frequent injuries aren't broken bones, it's mostly muscular,
Yeah.
which shows fatigue.
Yeah. And the best solution would have been a situation where 5 subs are allowed to reduce the workload on most of these players, especially the ones who are playing in Europe, who have to travel around
Likes of
across the
Arsenal for
continent,
Europa League and all of that.
coming from places like Bulgaria or obscure places like where else?
Yeah, all those
As
Wi-Fi
Uzbekistan.
password kind
Yeah.
countries. Yeah.
You know, coming back from countries like that late on Wednesday and Thursday night, and then having
To play.
get back. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was very, very vocal about this after the game against Everton. Manchester United played in Istanbul on Wednesday night and had to start the game week on Saturday by lunchtime, 12:30 p.m. UK time, which was very wrong. Morally, medically, it is very, very wrong. Even common sense says that you shouldn't do things like that. These players are not animals. They are humans as well. They sleep. They have to rest and recover.
Totally
and
agree with
give
that.
utmost performance. Also, Marcus Rashford too is having injury issues as well. So it's just
Because of it, yes.
crazy.
So hopefully, after the international break, some scheduling changes will be made. Now, down to brass tacks of the English Premier League. Amazing football we watched, even though some of it was underwhelming. But Manchester United, Ole has become Sir Alex once again.
Another great escape.
Not really a great escape, but they beat Everton by 3-1. Is it a case of good United or Everton missing Richarlison?
Obviously, it's a case of bad Everton. Everton, they lost their last 2 games in the league. They even lost to Southampton as well. So United just, you were lucky to take advantage of a bad Everton side. Not saying United could not have won, but I feel Everton could have put up a better fight if they were on their best form. And this Ole is a very ridiculous guy. If when the sack notice is on him, this guy can beat Brazil and Barcelona.
He will beat Bayern twice.
He can beat Bayern, anybody. I don't know how he does that.
Lord Ole at the wheel. So Bolu, being a Chelsea fan, you know what it means to lose your key players at key points in the season, just like how Pulisic got injured. How important has Richarlison been to Everton, and in what way are they missing him?
A lot, because first of all, he helps James. His game with James is a key part of how Everton have attacked this season. James switches play a lot to Richarlison when he's taking on the other defender on the one-on-one. So that was absent in their game against Man United. Bernard was not the outlet that James could be finding those passes to. And James himself, there was something wrong with him that day. He wasn't
up to
injury,
speed.
yeah,
I think they
he wasn't
rushed
up to
him
speed,
into the
yeah.
game. This is why you can't call them title contenders, because one player gets injured and the whole team is in shambles. You need quality strength in depth. And for Manchester United, Cavani finally broke his dog. El Matador doing the business.
The brilliant
Aubameyang
finish as well.
in the mud. So, like, how many goals do you think Cavani will score realistically, Kolade?
How many goals in the Premier League or
In any competition, all competitions.
He'll be lucky to hit 10 goals. He'll be lucky to hit 10 goals this season. When you look at the goal he scored at the weekend, it was fed to him on the plate. If he didn't score that, I think Ole will have banned him from the United lineup. Even right now, if you notice, Cavani has taken Igalo's place in the United setup. So one mistake
On the United bench.
on the United bench warmers association. So one mistake from him, Igalo is taking back space.
Yeah, that is fair enough coming from an Arsenal fan. Oh, and you guys, all the trolls out there, you guys didn't see Bruno Fernandes with his 2 penalties that he scored, one with his head and the other one. Yes.
First time in how many years?
Blah 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 blah. Switching gears. While we were away, we thought of ways of how we can reward our subscribers and our loyal viewers for watching this show and enjoying the show, and we agreed on a partnership with TopBet. It's an online bet review company, and our very own Kolade here works with them. So Kolade is going to give you the deets. So Kolade, go ahead.
Yeah, TopBet, they've been doing their thing here since 2017, and they are one of the best review. They're one of the best betting review sites in Nigeria right now. You know how making picks and making your picking your best bookmakers can be a difficult choice for you. We have all that sorted for you on top bets. And for those who like to bet and put your money where your mouth is, every day, my very own self, I make some free betting predictions which are available to you for free. Stay tuned with us, and every day you're always free to check topbets.com.ng.
Now that Oga Top Bet has finished his talk, can we get to your 0-3 loss to Aston Villa? You guys were humbled by the villains in the Emirates after dancing around in Old Trafford.
I'm sure Bellerin has PTSD from facing Grealish right now.
Damn.
What do you have to say about that?
Well, yeah, it was a bad day at the office. It was a bad day at the office for us. Right from the lineup, it was horrible selection from Mikel Arteta, and he said it after his game, But I mean, this same Aston Villa side, they beat Liverpool, they beat the reigning champions 7-2.
That's no consolation.
So losing 7-2, losing 3-0, as opposed to losing 7-2, you find pride in that. That we didn't concede 7 to the great Aston Villa. Now no get shame. You no get shame.
By the way, Aston Villa,
Patrick Bamford scored a hat-trick against the same Aston Villa.
That clean sheet means that Arsenal have not scored a goal in open play for 6 hours. Guy, if I sleep for 6 hours, wake up, I go feel alright.
Arsenal never still score.
Why? What's going on?
Yeah, that stat is actually very ridiculous. And Aubameyang,
Yeah, oh boy.
he has just 2 goals in 717 minutes. That just encompasses our problems right now, and it screams the fact that Arsenal need a chance creator right now. I don't know what Arteta is thinking about, but please bring.
Arteta is a bad cook. That's what it is.
I need to ask you a question. I
just need to say something about Ozil. When we signed Ozil, we signed him as one of the best attacking playmakers in world football.
True.
Now he's doing punditry on Twitter.
Why does Arteta continue to play Willian? I mean,
in my sleep, that question came to my head. Trust me. Willian appeared in my sleep, and I asked myself, some voices
with his full afro.
He came with full hair and everything. Some voices asked me the same question: why does Arteta play Willian? I could not answer that question. The only reason I say maybe because he's a Brazilian, he can translate some words for Gabriel and Martin or something. But this guy has done nothing.
No.
He has done nothing. We're scammed by Chelsea.
Willian is a free transfer.
We let him go and he picked him up.
Willian is a free transfer, but it's still not worth the transfer fee that they didn't pay for. That's crazy. Now let's go and talk about winners. Chelsea.
Yeah.
You guys
Winning
beat
well.
Sheffield United 4-1.
Calm. They beat struggling Sheffield United. You have to add that they scored only 3 goals.
A win is what? A
3 points is 3
A win
points.
is what?
It's a win.
A win.
Did you get 3 points this weekend, my
It's not
G?
something to wax lyrical about. Come on.
We had this conversation some weeks back when we were talking about Chelsea. And Bolu was always saying that if Chelsea can have the full complement of their squad together, they will be a stronger team. They might be playing teams that are inferior to them, but winning builds character. They play Tottenham on November the 29th. We'll see what happens then. But for now, Chelsea are, in full form and in full force. Yes. So we'll see what happens.
Let me add, Ziyech is twice the player Willian is, and Ozil wishes he was Ziyech right now. Just put that out there.
It's time for our fan take of the week, where we ask you guys about things concerning your club, your favorite club. And today we have with us United Trey, who is going to share his views and his thoughts concerning Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And the question for him is, should United still persist with him, or should they move on to another manager?
In my opinion, I just think Ole is a purple patch manager. He's not the manager to lead us forward. I don't see how he's going to get the players performing this well consistently and producing good results. He's a manager for just like the rare occasions to produce moments of brilliance, but I don't see him as a considered manager to get us pushing for titles and competing for the major honors. even during the Everton game, I didn't expect nothing less than us winning because I know when the pressure is at its highest and Ole is job is in serious threat, under serious threat, he always produces good results and the players always perform at their best and give everything in the game. So the Everton result wasn't surprising to me at all because I expected them to win. But for the manager to lead us forward and get us competing for major trophies, I feel we need to hand the job to Pochettino because we're able to develop youth and consistently get us competing for the top four. Although people might say it's a bot line, doesn't win major honors. I think with proper backing, we do have quality players in our team. Plus, with 2 or 3 additions, we'll be able to take us to that next level.
Looking across Europe, Bayern Munich and Borussia Dortmund played the Klassiker in Germany, and once again, like Thanos, Bayern Munich are inevitable. They win again, and they will surely, once again, cruise to another Bundesliga title. And in Spain, take the S away and call it pain for Real Madrid because they considered a hat-trick of penalties. You can call that poetic justice because we know what VARdrid is all about. Bolu.
It was a shabby performance from them. There were too many mistakes. 3 of their defenders considered penalties. The other person who didn't consider penalty, Varane, scored an own goal. It was just a poor performance all through from the champions.
One of those nights.
I think the gods of football just finally, Real Madrid. Today is your day because Benzema did his usual. They were up to a flying start, but
Perez bought VAR, but it was Valencia that saw it. Zinedine Zidane, is he really as good as he is? I mean, he has won 2 Champions Leagues, 3 Champions League titles, 2 La Liga titles, and I think a Copa del Rey. But compared to the clubs and the Guardiolas of this world, is he actually on that level?
It's obvious that Zidane is not a tactician, first of all. He's more of a brilliant manager, brilliant team.
Man manager.
Yeah, man manager, yeah. That's what he
vibes, vibes.
not really for me. Zidane and Ronaldo. Ronaldo gave Zidane a career at Real Madrid, like Ronaldo and Bale.
I agree with that.
When Bale was still the original Bale.
Yes, no be Balaziaga.
Not the second-hand Bale that we know. They gave Zidane a career back then. The moment Ronaldo left, now
everything went downhill.
I think Zidane, the true essence of Zidane being a fraud, will be known this season.
I agree with that too, and I feel like Zidane, like you said, is just a man manager.
But pertinently, though, why do you guys think so? They're still amongst the top teams in the table compared to
Barcelona. Never play well. They won the league last season
by being
because
solid defensively.
of defensive solidity and VAR. These are the things we criticize the likes of Jose Mourinho for. The fans will say Mourinho is not a good tactician, blah blah blah. He only defends and counters. These are the things people, do not like in football, to see in football.
So
I'm not one of those guys.
Who else would win the title if Madrid don't? Because definitely Barcelona.
Real Sociedad are top of the table right now. And you've forgotten this is 2020.
But this is La Liga.
Yeah, this is 2020.
Okay. Also. I would be really hoping to see something like that.
La Liga is really interesting right now. Like, it's really hot. So I hope you guys keep watching the league. And now across Spain to Barcelona, the title contenders that are in the second half of the table. Barcelona,
supposed title contenders,
who won 5-2. They beat 5-2. They beat Real Betis 5-2, and we saw the first open play goal this season from Lionel Messi after scoring like 5 penalties. Penaldo, after all the Penaldo, Messi scores 5 penalties and nobody says anything. So it's obvious now with Ansu Fati's injury that they are going to rely on him heavily. So, Kola, did you think Messi will muster up the motivation to galvanize his team again?
Yeah, from the start of the season, in general, we saw that Messi was not the Messi we know. Since the moment he mentioned his intention to leave the club, we noticed this guy was just okay, let me just play because I'm a player, but he was not giving his utmost best, you know. But being the kind of competitive player that Messi is not someone that would let his ego make him just sit down on his performances. So I think he's definitely going to stay.
I agree with that. And Bolu, it's hard to see young talent, you know, ruled out for, you know, a long period of time like that. Especially how good, considering how good Ansu Fati has been this season, he has really been a revelation. And thinking back to, you know, Ousmane Dembele of Barcelona and all the injuries he has had that hampered his development. Do you think Ansu can come back from this injury stronger, or is it going to be the case of another Dembele?
Ansu is 18 years old, and at that age, your body tends to heal faster, and he still naturally has that that exuberance of wanting to perform when he gets back, because he's still a young man. So I think no matter how long he's out, he would be back better. He's in good hands at Barcelona, and the club really cherishes him. They realize that he's their future after Messi, so they would.
Yeah, I was just
He will be back.
Just going to chip into what he said, that for me, Ansu Fati will come back stronger because his mentality has been the biggest part of his game. When you look at Ousmane Dembele,
I agree.
The issue of his price tag was there on him, that he had to prove to people.
Yeah.
But this is someone that came to
So the lack of pressure is going to be a factor.
Yeah, Fati is someone that came to the ranks. He already has a Spain call-up. He's already playing first team football for Barca.
And he's been their best player this season so far.
Youngest goal scorer. So I feel there is less pressure on him, and when he comes back, he will just continue from where he started.
We wish Ansu Fati a speedy recovery. Yeah. And in, you know, lighter news, Victor, the GOAT, Osimhen, scored the only goal for Napoli as
their win
over Bologna. And it was a good finish, a header. He has scored 2 goals in 6 Serie A games. 25 more to go, right?
Yeah. But for Osimhen at Napoli, well, what we can say from him so far is not really about his goal scoring numbers, but it's about his input to the team. We saw what he has done to the team so far, and judging from the comments of Gattuso, what Osimhen needs now is more service. I think there was a stat that shows that he's the player up front for Napoli that has received the least passes of the ball from their midfield. So he needs more service, and I'm sure once he gets that, you can see him getting to the goals more often. But of course, it's good news to see Osimhen like hitting form at the right time, especially with Super Eagles with a big qualifier at the weekend. So good news for us.
More of the same, Bolu?
Yeah, more of the same. We're all wishing him luck. Over 200 million Nigerians are wishing Osimhen the best. Starting from this weekend when we take on Syria alone, he needs to bang in some goals for us. We've missed him.
So hopefully, Osimhen continues to light up Syria. It's been a wonderful show today, and Colorless tears have been all over our TV screens. It's been a wonderful feast of football the past 8 game weeks, and with the international break giving us a little bit of something different, we can't wait to see what happens in 2 weeks' time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share our content wherever it reaches you, on our YouTube channel, Naija Football Talk, or on our Twitter handles at Naija Football Talk. Thank you guys. See you soon.